I'm Les, and we're a collection of wine nerds that are seeing firsthand how this shelter in place thing is affecting our friends, the independent wineries. We think we have a solution that'll help wine customers uh, build up an inventory and help those independent wineries that we love so much smooth out some cash flows.
So if we're going to create a viral campaign about cellaring, then it's about time I create that cellar that I've been thinking about. I had a som that I respect a lot tell me that if I was going to pick a wine to put in the cellar, I should get 3 of that wine. One to use now, one to pull out when I see the perfect pairing, and one to hang on to for a little while. So I've got 3 of each of these 4 wines. So first up to bat is the Big Girl Barbera from Wild Women Wine. A couple of years ago when I decided I needed to learn about wine, Wild Women was the very first winery I had ever stepped foot in. I sat down at the tasting bar and said, I need a friend. The nice young lady there had me taste every single one of their wines, and this Barbera is the one that I came away liking the most, and to this day it's one of my favorite Barberas there is. The next 2 are from Bonaquisti Wine Company, and Paul Bonaquisti is one of the coolest guys in wine. This is the 2018 Reserve Merlot. Paul was nice enough to write the vintage on the bottle because it wasn't on the label. This is some really special stuff. Next from Bonaquisti is Vinny No Neck. It's 100% Sangiovese and 100% delicious. This is actually one of my favorite wines on the planet, and I can pick it up 25 minutes from my house. So I was getting a little red heavy as I was driving around Denver pre-lockdown and decided I need a white, and there's no better way to do that than from my friends Jamie and Steve at the Storm Cellar out in western Colorado. Found a liquor store that carried their 2018 Riesling and decided to add that to the group. So the next problem is I don't have a cellar storage solution in place, and I haven't found somebody who's offering a deal for people who are deciding to cellar now. You people will help with that. And I thought to myself, milk crates. You see them in every college dorm room. You're supposed to store wine on its side. This would be a good way to keep it from rolling around too much. So that's what we're going to go with to start. $6 at Walmart, that's what it looks like on its side.
Hey, what do you know? It's essentially exactly 5 bottles wide. 5 plus 4 plus 3, that's 12. That's a case of wine in here. I think I'm going to start with just putting a case in each one of these things. As I get a case, I'll get another one. So the downside of this method is the labels are not facing out, so it's going to be hard to see. So I bought a little set of note cards and a Sharpie, and I'm going to make a note card for each one of these little cases to say what's in it. So tuck the note card in between a couple of bottles and store the pad of note cards and the Sharpie on top of the box. So yeah, my cellar's not going to look like this, at least not right away. But I am going to have the ability to store a fair amount of wine. I figure I can store those at least 2 high and 6 wide in a room I've got in the basement. That's 12 cases of wine, and that's probably about as big as my cellar's going to be. And who knows, I've got some carpentry skills. Maybe I'll start working on some design as well. So this only becomes a movement if you share this with your wine interested friends and the independent wineries that you love. Let's get everybody involved. Let's really make this a movement so we can help our friends weather this storm.